Hi, this is Don Howe, and the audio clip I'm about to play for you from one of our HIS conference calls is about being teachable and positive.
You'll probably laugh when I say this, and you can sure laugh, roll your eyes, but I know some of you have totally thought I was absolutely crazy and off my rocker with some of the assignments that I've given you throughout the Fast Track program or just in talking with you. I remember one agent said, wow, I really don't want to do that because I feel like it's going to be really awkward. And I don't even remember the exact situation, if it was door knocking or a certain way of presenting the gift, whatever it was. The agent said, I really am not very comfortable with that, but because I trust your input, I'm going to take it and I'm going to try it. And he came back a couple weeks later and said, it worked. I've been doing it every single day, and you're right. He said, I'm comfortable with it now. It's fantastic. And here's the thing, guys. Like Tim said, not everything you try is going to work perfectly for you. But there's going to be enough things that if you're open to new ideas, if you're open to new thoughts, if you're teachable, you will find those things that, like Tim said, will make you an extra $5,000 or $10,000 of income each year. Oftentimes, why someone's not teachable is because of pride, because they feel like they've got under control. They've arrived. They know how to do it. They don't need any help. But look at it and say, they're an area of unteachableness, or maybe it's just the fear of getting out of your comfort zone that may be costing you a couple $1,000s. And then ask yourself, is it worth it? So the next thing, champions focus on the positive things and the wins of the day. Find the good in each day. Sometimes it's hard to find the good. Sometimes you're having a hard day. But when you can't find the good in the day, listen to audios and then become the good in that day. Do an act of service. Even just smile at someone passing by, whatever it might be. Make that day good. Become the positiveness in that day. So Don, Tim, do you want to make any comments on finding the good in the day and then also being teachable and seeking advice?
Absolutely, Helene. I'll make a quick comment, and that is one of the things that I've picked up from John Maxwell is the ability to learn from anyone. So I know I've brought this up before, but the last exchange conference that we had with John Maxwell, I had the opportunity to spend a little bit of time with one of the speakers that had come there. The time I spent with this guy, I walked away feeling like, boy, this guy had such a negative outlook on life, and he was so negative. You get to talk with him, he wanted to bring up politics, all kinds of things, and just had a very negative outlook. He was a world-class guy for yachting. He'd won multiple American Cups and so forth. But in one sense, he was a champion in that regard. But just talking with him about life, he was extremely overweight. He was extremely negative. He was a womanizer. There's all these things. I walked away feeling, what a negative loser. The next morning, John Maxwell gets up and talks about the lunch that he had with this gentleman and talks about how brilliant he was and how he learned multiple things from this guy. I'm sitting there thinking, are we talking about the same person? And then it hit me. The difference was John Maxwell focused in on this gentleman's strength zone, the one area in life that he was a champion at, the area that he was a winner at. And he asked him questions about that and learned from him and said, I want to walk away from a conversation I had with him, growing and learning something from my time with him. I didn't do that. In my immaturity, I just sat there and was able to pick apart all the guy's failures and say, boy, what a loser. Instead of having maturity to focus in and say, boy, what a winner in this area. What can I learn from him? How can I grow? And the reason I bring this up is an encouragement for all of us that when we're talking with others, when we're spending time, if we call up another agent, or if an agent calls us, make it an opportunity to find something where you can grow. If you have an agent call you and ask you for advice, see if there's something you can learn from them also to make it a mutually beneficial conversation. If you call someone to ask for advice on something, be willing to take their advice in the business and find an area that you can say, I'm going to give that a try. Even if you say, I've tried it in the past, it didn't work. If they tell you that's what you ought to try for success, give it a shot. Realizing that maybe this time around you have grown from the last time you tried it, and this time you will have success with it. But at the end of the day, see the best in people and figure out what you can do to learn and grow from each conversation you have with folks and with your clients. When you sit down with your client, make a decision to walk out of the house more encouraged as a result of learning something and growing as a result of meeting with your client. Now, sometimes it might just be, I'm not going to make the same mistake.
I hope you enjoyed this sample audio clip. You can listen to more free samples at howtosellfinalexpense.com.